Hello, everyone. This is Ronnie coming to you with Heart Pickers, and yeah, we're just gonna go with December sold video. Pretty good month. Actually, in December we had our best-selling clothing item, which sold for over $1,000, which we'll go over here. I picked out, I believe it's about 30 things. Let me just check if the audio is working. Yes, it was pretty bad. Okay. Audio seems to be working better. Sometimes I have the mic turned up too loud and sounds like I'm underwater. So nobody wants to hear that. So I took it down yesterday, redoing it again. But I'll get into the chat after. But we'll get into everything. If there's any questions, I'll answer that at the end. Uh, so that way I can just worry about showing you what's sold, and then I can go over any questions at the end. So this is the first item right here. We sold this. I've had this for about probably, I think about 14 months. Last October, we were at an auction. I picked up a bunch of Coke stuff, including the Coke sign behind me and a bunch of other things, Coke related. And there was a bunch of shirts, mostly 80s shirts. This was one of them. This is the last one, actually. And we were into them for like a buck or two each. I think it was about $2. But it was just a regular screen 1982 sailing regatta, Coca-Cola, a bunch of different things on it. Had some staining on the back, screen stars, tag, cotton and polyester blend. Typical vintage shirt from the 80s, but it was flawed and maybe it didn't have the greatest, other than Coke sailing regatta. I thought it would do well, but the damage to it definitely does not help. But sold at 25 bucks. It actually went to some uh, retail stores marketing department. So it was actually interesting. I don't know what's going to happen with this, but it was pretty unique. But we've had it forever, so sometimes it happens. You have things that just sit in your store for a while. There's a lot of things in that we sold over this month that we picked up last month while away on vacation. So here's something we picked up. I believe we picked this up in Richmond, Virginia. It was about 250 or $3. I knew it was half off. It was Spider. Spider's a good outdoor brand. They make a lot of ski pants, ski jackets, and so forth. And this is a boys overall bids, bib. And the Spider right there, SPYDER. There's the logo. And these usually sell fairly well. This is a boys youth size 10. This sold for $33 plus another 8 to ship. And like I said, we were into it for pretty cheap, so that was pretty nice flip. Always love picking up that brand. Do really well if you can find the women's or men's snow pants or even snowsuits and stuff like that. Football jerseys, basketball jerseys, baseball jerseys can do very well. Depends on the player and the team. So to have some sports knowledge is a good thing. This was a Mike Allstott. He was a fullback back in the day when I was in high school. So going back 15, 20 years ago. Reebok equipment jersey. Picked this up in Lakeland, Florida. I think it was like $3. I knew it would sell. I've sold these actually a few other times. This same jersey. Sometimes it's Champion, sometimes it's Reebok. But he was a very popular player, very hard-nosed player. I believe he played all his time in Tampa. So it kind of a lot of people would look for that jersey. They they like this player. Players that played with teams for a long period of time usually do well. Um, so like I said, we sold it for 35 plus 4 to ship, and that's it. Football jerseys do well. Just depends on, not always depends. Depends on the player and the team a lot too. This is a brand I came across. I actually came across two pair of jeans. from this brand. They both sold probably within a day or two of me listing. Actually, one sold within a few hours. The brand is Barbell, Barbell, and there wasn't really too many listings actually on these. I believe they're a recent brand. They're like 2013 or something like that. There it is, Barbell MMX99. I think I don't know. I'm not good with figuring. Yeah, MM is 1010. Yeah, 2013. Women's jeans, and these sold. I mean, fairly quickly. Like I said, paid whatever jeans are at our Goodwill. It's like $7 maybe. Sold for $40 plus shipping. A nice little quick flip, make some money, get in, get out. This is a vintage Woolridge, like Indian blanket style heavy flannel shirt. I wish this was a larger size. It was a size medium. It probably sat for 3 to 6 months. I really don't remember. I remember picking up at Goodwill. It was $5, but how long we've had it, I don't remember. Um, just nice color design. I mean, any shirt that has like this Indian design, even some no name shirts, you could get pretty decent money for them. This is a Woolwich tag, medium, made in USA, cotton, all that good stuff. Uh, it's all. If it was a bigger size, probably would have did better on it, but not complaining. 5 in the 40, I'll take it plus shipping. This is a terrible picture right here. I just noticed white on white. Not really the best background. I picked these shirts up, and after when I was listing them, I realized this was probably not a good pickup. Picked these up in Florida somewhere. They were like I think they were $2 or $3, and they were Brooks Brothers dress shirts, regular fit, long sleeve. Both the same size. I figured I'll put them together. A lot of them. The problem is, you notice they're not the non-iron. There's usually the non-iron shirts sell, and then you get the slim fit. They sell even a little bit better. This is just no non-iron and no slim fit or anything like that. So it was kind of like I was like, oh, I wonder if these are gonna sell. I was like, told my wife, put them together. Maybe somebody looking for some white dress shirts are gonna buy them. And these actually sold within a day or two of listing them for 50 plus 6 shipping. And I was like, oh, okay, never mind. So it just goes to show you sometimes you pick up things you think they're a mistake, but they still sell. Um, I don't know if they would have sold if they were just regular color dress shirts, but being white, and whites are usually a hard color to find clean. When white's needed, white's an everyday color. Anybody can wear white for the most part. This is a men's FootJoy Titleist golf shirt. See the FJ on the collar. These are given out at tours when they have the FJ on the collar, and then they have the Titleist patch on the sleeve. And these usually go for good money. FootJoy, good golf brand. Regular FootJoy shirts bring up to like 30, maybe you can get a little bit more depending on the color. When you add the Titleist into the picture, these shirts can go usually anywhere between 50 and 100. I only asked 50 for this. It was a size medium, but there was some light pulls in the fabric on the in the front of the shirt. I didn't notice it when I first picked it up. I probably still would have picked it up because it was about $4, probably 4 or 5, I'll say. I remember picking it up at a Salvation Army, and it still sold. It took maybe 2 months. Somebody got it, and somebody was still very happy with the shirt. A lot of people I've noticed, and I'm hoping people watching this will understand, that you'll see these shirts, and a lot of people will put Titleist in the keywords, and they're not. They have nothing to do with the sleeve or anything. They just see a FootJoy shirt. They see the Titleist one sell a little bit better, and they put Titleist in their title when they don't. I don't even know if they know what Titleist means. Titleist is a brand of golf clubs, balls, so on and so forth. They make golf equipment basically, and people put it in their title because they see it. Well, it's keyword spamming. I think when I'm going to search in the future, 2018, we're just going to start reporting these people if there's keyword spamming because it just makes us all look bad. This is a J. Crew wool, like tweed vest wig coat. This sold in a day. I love J. Crew is a good brand. Has a following, especially with that like younger 20 to 35 crowd. This was from fall of 2015, so it was pretty recent. Um, just a regular, it was extra large, so that kind of helped it a little bit better. On the inside of these, on the seam pocket, there's always a on the seam. There's always a tag, and from the tag you can figure out the season. It may say like AU 15, and that would mean autumn 15. You know, so on and so forth. You can figure it out pretty well, and if it's within the last few years, put it in your title. People will see that, and it will help your items sell as people want something that's current. And you could also do that with Banana Republic too, and a few other brands have that in their tags. This is a vintage brand. It's called Chip, Chipp. This brand does well. I've picked up a few different pieces from this brand. It seems to be more that like preppy vintage style, probably from the 60s, 70s. This had like seagulls or birds or, you know, really weird. Well, not weird, but they're embroidered pants. Embroidered pants in general, if they have some type of logo, you'll see pants with dogs or lobsters or so on and so forth by like Ralph Lauren or Brooks Brothers or this. They actually do fairly well. You can actually make a few dollars with them. That's the tag right on the inside. I picked these up. These had a lot of questions, a lot of watchers. It had some light not paint spots, but like bleach spots on the leg. Really not bad at all. I mean, if no one's looking down at the bottom of your feet, and if they are, there's probably an issue. But these sold $50, and these sold fairly quickly. I paid, I don't know, whatever pants are, $7 at the Goodwill. So here's a Jan Sport. Picked this up forever ago. We probably had this listed about a year and a half. I don't know what I was thinking picking this up. I think it was under $5. And it had like one of those frame backpacks, and it just picked it up. It had a little issue on the inside, little like let's see here. One of those extended backpacks for hiking and so on and so forth. Like I said, we had this for a while. It was a little bit of a pain to pack it up, but not that bad of an issue. Sent it FedEx. I think it was like $10 to ship or $12 to ship, and sent it on its way. And it took a while. It just hung out at our storage. But would I pick one of these up again? I don't think so. Maybe not James, but maybe I would. I don't know. Maybe it was just bad pictures. I don't know what I did wrong, but it took for a while to sell. Um, Newer tag stuff. December was a big month for newer tag stuff. A lot of stuff we saw was newer tag. When you run across newer tag stuff in a thrift store, look it over because it always gives you that thing. It could be even a really shittier brand, but you can get more. You can get good money for it because it is brand new with tags. So it's always the thing to check over newer tags things. Peter Millar, a great golf brand. Pick these up, and this is just to show you that shorts will sell in the winter time. It doesn't matter what the season is. It's always winter or summer somewhere. I will list winter coats in the middle of summer. I will sell shorts and bathing suits or whatnot in the middle of winter. It doesn't matter. Um, I picked up like 6 or 7 of these. I think it might have been 8 pairs of golf shorts. They were new tag. Paid $5 for them out of Salvation Army. And there's the tag. And we've sold a few pairs already. So far, all the yellow pairs have sold, which is really odd. Not complaining whatsoever. But their golf shirts do really well, especially the summer blends. They're like cotton and polyester and spandex. The cotton ones do not do as well, so you just want to keep in mind for that. And they make like sweaters and golf jackets and stuff like that, and even shoes, as I'll show you a little bit later. But they sold $50, and they've been selling, and it's a good thing. This is a Levi's vest. Picked this up, denim vest. Picked this up in Port Orange, Florida. I remember because I dropped the wife off at a Walmart and I was chilling out in the Goodwill close by. But this is like kind of distressed. You see right here and bleached, and it's made to look that way. I couldn't find any others like it, so I priced it up. And this sold for. I took a best offer on this one at about $50 plus eight to ship. This was not listed very long at all, maybe a week or two, probably about 2 weeks, and it sold. So I think I paid $329 for it, so wasn't bad. I know in Florida we were in there. Some of the prices were cheaper on some of the things, and then some of the things were more higher priced. So it was really quite interesting. Okay, page is jumping all over the place. This is I kind of just put this aside. I found this at a estate sale a few weeks ago or a few months back. We found a bunch of stuff at a estate sale. This is just another item I'm selling from that estate. Paid about $4 for this. Some of the buttons on this have chips. They're mother of pearl buttons, but they're kind of like chipped here or there, but not really bad. You can still manage. You can still use them, but they're just chipped on some of the sleeves that were chipped. Just a Brooks Brothers. But there's a few different things. This seersucker design, we'll say, most people say stay away from striped sport coats because they are part of a suit. Well, this is the one striped ones you want to pick up. They're usually blue and white. Sometimes there'll be a gray and white, green and white. I've seen red and white, but they're cotton and they like a textured material, and it's called a seersucker material. But the main staple color is blue and white. They're usually half lined like this is right here. You just see the lining goes up through the back. This is unlined. These are more of a summertime jacket. And this sold, I took a best offer like 50 for it. The guy was hounding me for a while and I was like, you know what? You want it, who cares? And then he never paid for the item, which drove me crazy. But then as soon as I relisted it sold for $70. So I was like, okay, let's see. I'm not gonna get all bent out of shape because somebody didn't pay for something. So happy about that. So, look for these kind of jackets. Even some of the knower name brands will sell decent if you can get them for a good enough price. I've sold like Alan Flusser and Joseph A. Bank and stuff like that. And they're not huge money. I may get like $40 for them, $50 for them. But if I'm getting them on a half off day for like $2, $3, $4, it's not bad. This is a Barracuda jacket by Van Heusen. This is 70s all over. I find a few of these a year, and I can't believe these sell for the money they do. There it is, Barracuda by Van Heusen. I would never pick up anything else probably by Van Heusen. It's not really a great brand whatsoever, but these jackets have a following. I find probably two or three of these a year, and I usually get anywhere from $50 to $100 for them. Just depends on the time of year, and they almost always go overseas. This went to France, I believe. France or Spain, I can't remember now. Um, $70 plus they paid overseas shipping. I think they paid like $20 to ship it over there. Um, but really nice, something to look out for. They're not going to be the easiest thing to find because they are vintage, and these are probably 30 years old, but they're out there. This is a vintage Polo Ralph Lauren. It has a spell out across the chest here. And this is an older tag. You see right here, it's cotton and acrylic material. Definitely probably late 80s, I would guess. Maybe early 90s. But really nice looking clean shirt, blue and white stripe, red collar. Paid about $4 from this at a state sale. We got so much stuff over the last haul video or last sales update video. We had stuff. This one, more stuff. Sold this. I had this priced a little bit higher. It really wasn't getting a lot of watchers, but it wasn't selling. I had a lot of offers on this in the 20 to 40 range, which was, I was like, eh. I seen one similar sell close to like 80, so I kind of held out a little bit. I put it up, kind of lowered the price to $69.99, and it sold probably, this took about 2 months to sell or so. But you know, if you're gonna sell Ralph Lauren stuff, make sure you find the unique and different stuff. Here's another Polo Ralph Lauren. This is another vintage shirt. Paid $5 for this. Has the martini bear on it. Anytime you find anything Ralph Lauren with a bear on it, it's usually worth good money. Uh, Sold this for about 55 or $60. Don't remember exactly what it was. It wasn't on a best offer, and there's the tag right there. Polo by Ralph Lauren. Dress shirt 1735. 35 is the sleeve length, and it's called the big dress shirt. But there you go. This might be a fail. I've been dealing with this guy for a few days now. It's a now I found this in the bin somewhere in Virginia. I think it was like Fredericksburg or something like that. We went to a Goodwill after staying at a hotel and spending the night on our way to Florida. And I've seen this Goodwill, and it winds up having like the bins on one side and the regular store on the other side. Her wife went to the bins. I went to the other side and went in there. Actually met another viewer. You know, was talking to him a little while. I'm not really a big fan of the bins whatsoever, the Goodwill outlet. So I went and they had this caged area, and I went over there. They had some like ink and stuff like that. Picked that up. I picked this up. It was $4. It was a car stereo. I knew that much, but just Googled the number on it. They all have numbers, and realized it was for a GMC Sahara truck. It fits in a few other different GM vehicles. So the different thing, we sold this. I sold this a little bit cheaper because I was in it for $4. I put it up for 75. Most people are asking like 125 to 150 for this, and I figured it might work. It might not. There's no way for me to test this, so I threw it up. It works. The person got it, but the problem is, and I kind of forgot about this. GMC and or GM, I should say, in general, on their vehicles, they have an anti-theft device. So when this radio is taken out of the vehicle, it automatically locks, or unless it's put back in your vehicle, and the VIN matches up. So if you go to put this in another truck, this radio is locked. So you definitely have to either go to YouTube. There's videos on how to unlock a radio, or go to a GM forum and you figure out how to unlock the radio. There's like certain pressing this button, pushing in this set of codes, freeze it up, or go to the dealer and have them unlock it for you. So it is a little bit of a process to get it unlocked, but and I'm not sure, the seller hasn't bothered me now in 2 days since I've told them how to unlock the radio. So we'll see what happens. Hoping it doesn't turn into anything else. Since he already installed it, I don't think he can return it, so we'll see. These are a pair of Chaco, pretty good brand for shoes, boots, flip-flops, chancleta. These were like brand new chancletas. Chancletas are flip-flops. Oh boy. These were brand new. I picked them up at a thrift store. I paid $5 for them. They had the cardboard still on the inside of the shoes to help keep the shape. You can see right there a little bit of the cardboard, like sole things. They were never used. I had these up for probably about a month, maybe 3 weeks or so, and someone bought them. They were very happy. They were like asking me if I had any more. They'll buy any more I have in this size. They love this shoe. I think it was their husband or their somebody. They just loved this shoe, and they wanted to buy more. So they left really good feedback. I forgot what they paid. They didn't pay 80. I think they paid like 60 or 65 or something like that. You know, like $8, $10. So it's a good brand to look out for. This is a Pronto Umo, and this just goes to show you not even everything. This sat for a while. I've had this probably at least a year. And it just goes to show you not every just because you get a big and tall size doesn't mean it's going to sell really well or really fast. Pronto Umo, not really the greatest brand. I believe they're made by Men's Warehouse now, and it's just a wool and cashmere jacket, but it wasn't getting a lot of views. It was missing the button here on the that would close the collar. Had it up, somebody asked me if I take 65, I think the other day, and I was like, yeah, no problem. Take it. I was into it for about $10 probably, or less. I know I got a half off day somewhere, but I don't remember the original price. I don't think I would have paid more than $10 for it. So just goes to show you, not everything big and tall will sell, but still $10 into 65. But it took a while, and that's the thing. Not everything sells fast, unfortunately. These were brand new. These are uh, I don't know how to pronounce that name. Martinit Frantino Gabar. These style of pants do really well. They're called the shuttle tape pants, and they have like initials for the brand. And these things will be different colors. There's what's that called? Velcro on there. And they have it on the bottom of the cups too. These are really in over the last few years. I found a bunch of black ones that did extremely well that were used, even new. You find these, you pick them up. Most of the time, they're pretty good money makers. They usually sell fairly well, $30+ depending on how much you're getting into them. I was into these probably for $5 or $10. I remember picking them up over the summer. They sat for a little while, but they did sell for $80 plus $7 to ship. The black ones tend to do better than the blue, but I'll still pick up the blue ones anytime I find them, and if they're under a certain amount of dollars. I'll say under $5, I'll pick them up usually almost any day. These are Allen Edmonds, great shoes. They always have the brand name or the model number name, whatever you want to call it, on the inside of the shoe. Like this one's called the Grayson, and from there you can tell and do a quick search on eBay to see what they're selling for. This style of shoe is not really the most popular, probably I would say, style of shoe, which is a loafer, tassel loafers. And I didn't even put tassel on the thing. Sometimes they just list things. I don't know why. I've had these probably about a month or two. I picked these up. I think I paid like $10 for them. They sold $80 plus $9 to ship. These were a good size. A 12E is wide. You can usually find that on the inside of the shoe. Here we go, 12E right there. I do a lot better with shoes that are like solid sizes, like a 9, a 10, 11. The half sizes seem to take a little bit longer, and it's just the way it is. I don't know why it's that way, but just something to keep in mind. This is a wool Burberry line pleated dress. I don't know, not dress, skirt. I don't know enough about skirts right there. Here's the older tag, size 10. There's the logo, older. This is like pre-99. Lady Puritan clothing company, Cape Cod, of course. We live in Cape Cod, so I paid, I think, like $15 or $20 for these. I picked up two of them. One had the classic Novacek print, and that sold like last month. This one sold this month, $80, 8 to ship, easy peasy. Pick it up if you find it. Not everything Burberry's will sell. I know I've had trouble selling the dress shirts. A lot of other people I think have too. Quite windy outside, let me tell you. But we're getting rain. I don't know. Really weird. It's like 42 degrees. we're getting rain. But if we went 20 miles west of us, they're getting snow and getting like 10 inches of snow. It's like kind of crazy. Gulfstream, gotta love the Gulfstream. But these are a pair of, I just picked these up. These are a pair of slippers. They're called Stubbs and Wooten, I believe. These are a camo needlepoint. These are damaged. Only got $80 for them. I paid about $8 for them or $9 for them. And some pictures of them right here. They actually look really nice. They make a bunch of different or kind of see the here was a part of the damage right here. Kind of was separating. There was like a tear on the one side, and then on the other side had the same thing. There you go. That was on the other side of the one shoe that was starting to tear. Somebody still picked it up. They're made in Spain. Bottom of the shoes are genuine leather. Quite a little bit of wear on these. But I had another pair that were even roached out more than these were, and they sold also. But they sold in January, so we're not going to talk about those the next month. But it's a good brand if you come across these. What do you want to call them? Slippers. Weird kind of slippers because they have solid bottoms, but they go for good money. If these were in better condition, they would have sold really well. And I just found those by researching when I was listing some Loro Piana slippers we found last month or a month before that. I noticed that that was a brand that kept on coming up that brought good money. These were a pair of Peter Millar golf regular just shoes. I didn't even know they made shoes. Size 11, like I said, they had a bunch of these, but they had like half sizes too. I just picked up the larger sizes I thought would be better ones to pick up. Pre-Christmas time, a lot of newer tag stuff was selling. These were new in box. We paid $25 actually for these. So this was not the best return on our investment. It sold for $100. And they sold pretty quickly. They sold within a month. So, I mean, after fees and getting our initial investment back, I mean, you're looking at $35 approximately. So, I mean, we made $45 on these. Not really the best deal. But, you know, they still sold and you still made money. So, nothing really to sneeze at, I guess. These are new with tags. No, new without tags. I picked these up at a Marshalls back in like February last year. They do their semi-annual clearance sale. Got these for about $10 or so. They're Ranger style. Rangers, the model number, the boot. They were like in this wine color, new buck suede leather, which I forgot to put that in the title, suede. But you know, Polo Ralph Lauren stuff sells. These sold. They took a little while to sell, but hey, wintertime's here now. You know, anytime I can turn $10 into 120, better than the stock market, I'll take it. Here's a Paul and Shark. This is a blue blazer. This is a blue wool, like bomber style jacket. We had this probably 6 months or so. Paid about $4 for it, and this sold and went to Canada. Paul and Shark is a pretty decent brand, depending on what you find. There's the tag right there, Paul and Shark Yachting. But paid $4, flipped it into 130. It took a little while, but it did sell, and that's all that matters. This is another pair of those newer tags, new in box, Peter Millar shoes. Paid $25 for these. These sold $150. The other ones were like a cotton material. These were suede, so definitely a difference in price, and we sold them for more money. So these are a little bit better of a money maker. But once again, find new in box stuff, especially around Christmas time. People love this stuff. People out there looking for good size. And just, I didn't even know Peter Millar made shoes. Pretty interesting. This is a suit. I've had this for over a year. probably a year and a half. This is a maybe I don't even think the name means anything. El Perito Nepal 3-piece suit. It was like a gray flannel. 3-piece suits usually do pretty well. Occasionally, you may have to wait. There's a few. There's one thing. I mean, it's a no-name brand, which is not really anything. It's a vintage suit on top of that, but there's a few different things. Flannel, so it's a heavier wool. It's gonna need a certain amount of time. You're only gonna sell this possibly in the winter time, so it's gonna take a little while. And also the weird size, 37 regular, really oddball size. I was into it probably for about $10. It sold for 150, so I'll take it. But it took a while to sell. You see here another item we get at TJ Maxx or Marshalls a while back. We picked up probably 5 or 6 of these 100% cashmere Polo Ralph Lauren cable knit sweater. I think we paid $20 for them. We've sold these anywhere between like 120 and $200. Sold this one. I think I took a best offer at 150-ish. There's the tag right there. It has the newer Polo Ralph Lauren tag. This is probably for the last probably 3 years now. They've had these tags, so there it is. The retail price $3.98. It's a little pricey if you ask me. We are into these for about $20 a piece. I had a bunch of orange ones and some purple ones and little oddball colors when it comes to selling orange and purple sweaters, but they do sell. And it's just to show you that going to other places to buy stuff like Ross or TJ Maxx or Marshalls or wherever it may be is a good solid place to actually go and get some stuff. This is a Ralph Lauren purple label gray wool suit. Once again, this is a little oddball size, 41 regular. But it's really nice looking suit. The pictures don't really show the pattern all that well, but here you go. It's like a gray on gray check. I mean, it was really nice looking suit. There's the Ralph Lauren purple label, made in England label, 100% wool. And then as you come across here, you'll come across tags, and to understand the tag right here, I believe the model of this is Phil. Also shows you right there, it's a 2-piece. 35 is the waist. 41 regular. It has a lot of the stuff that you need to sell this. Information on the tag. I saw one recently that was just a sport coat to a cultural, and actually it was a 3-piece. If I only found all 3 pieces to it, would have been great. But I was into this for about probably $10, $15, somewhere around there. And it took a little while to sell. We've had this probably 8 or 9 months in our inventory, and it sold $300, $10, $11 to ship. Can't argue or complain with that. And that was a New Year's Eve, a Christmas Eve special. So I was very happy. Now the next sale is our highest sale to date on used pre-owned clothing. And we sold this. Tell you a little background story. I went to a small little thrift store in Boston that I occasionally go to. It's one of these ones you have to pay cash. So I didn't have any cash on me, so I actually seen it and was like, okay, I gotta go to there's a convenience store like a few things away, and they have an ATM machine. So I went in there, took out some cash, went back, and they had this on the rack still. And I was thinking when I originally seen it, I was thinking, oh, I'll get a few $100s for this. I knew another reseller that found one friend, and I believe he got like 300. So it was on the radar for a while. I just could never come across it. And what sells this apart from some of the other ones you'll see on there is actually it's full leather. It's two-tone leather. A lot of the ones that bring less money, actually right now, this is hot for whatever reason. They're doing really well. Is the bottom is like nylon and down filled, but it has leather on the shoulders. Those right now are bringing like $200 to $300. But the full leather ones are bringing $1,000 plus. Now there was some conditions. There was some spots on this, as you see, some of the pictures, some of the spots right there. I found this. I paid $15 for this, and I wind up listing it the same day. Gretchen didn't even know I listed it. I showed her it, and I said, "Oh, this is going to bring some money." And I think she didn't. She got mad at me actually because I turned down $1,000 offer on this. And you can see right here, there's something like discoloration, and it has like one of those shilling leather collars. But the brand is Rocky Mountain Featherbed Company. It's out of Jackson, Wyoming. They were basically around from early 70s to about the early 80s. They were around only about 10 years making clothing. But I wind up taking an offer of this within the first hour for $1,100. I figured, you know what, I have to take that order. Well, I mean that offer. I just can't not take it. But it's a good brand to look out for. It's gonna be a harder brand to find because there's just not a lot out there. So you really have to pay attention and really look for it. But anytime you could sell something for $1,100, it's really good. But here I am. I'm gonna check out the chat now, see how everybody was doing. Uh, see here. How's everyone doing? What's up, Adam? Mr. Bonafide, how are you? Uh, yeah, Barbell was on Shark Tank. Didn't know that. That's interesting to know. How is everybody doing? Sorry, just checking the chat now. I kind of just wanted to go through and get everything done. All right, looks like everything is okay. There's no questions or anything. Krillin, thanks for the super chat, brother. But hey, it's good that everybody else is getting snow. That's for sure. But we're getting rain. But I hope everybody's doing well. If anybody has any questions, let me know. Are all those shut-in buttoned shoes called smoking shoes? They may be. Some of them I did see were like a velour, or no, what's that? Velvet, velvet material. So I guess you could say that that's somewhat of a smoking shoe. What do you do to protect yourself with higher dollar sales? Nothing really. I mean, with that like vest or something that we just sold, we'll insure. I don't even think I insure clothing. To be honest, it's clothing. But my computer wants to restart. Come on, are you kidding me? But we've never really had a return where we have. I mean, a issue with anything being sold and somebody's telling us it's not real or that or this. So signature confirmation. We did do signature confirmation. You have to do signature confirmation actually on any eBay sale over $750. If they claim they did not get it, eBay will take that money from you if you do not have signature confirmation. Um, what is the name of your lighting kit? That's actually a good question. We have the square lighting kit. It's just one that we got off of Amazon a while back. Um, Maybe I'll do a video of showing some of the equipment that we use. And I can put in links to where to find that stuff because we get questions every day from scales to printers to what kind of bags we use and stuff like that. So maybe I'll make a video showing about that stuff. Do you use the global shipping program to Canada? No, I do not. We actually, um, well, technically we do. I offer global shipping, but I also put in also our shipping like as a secondary shipping that will ship it. And I can tell you right now, 90% of the time, people will opt out to pay us just to ship the item for it and not go global shipping. And the only way I do that is just by pressing the global shipping button. And then under international shipping, I put calculate by weight. If it's under 4 pounds, it goes first class. If it's over 4 pounds, it has to go priority. Or it just depends on the item. Um, Ronnie put in affiliate links for your supplies, another stream of income. Good idea. Maybe I'll check the. Well, I have an affiliate account. I just never use it. I guess laziness maybe. But on the lighting kit, it's not. We don't use a light box, but the lighting kit, it's not the circle umbrellas. It's the square umbrellas. If that makes any sense. But I got a few things. I gotta get some listing done today. But I'll talk to you guys all later. I hope you liked the video. Remember, hit that thumbs up if you like that $1,000 sale. Well, technically 1,100. And if you followed me on Instagram, you would have seen that sale. You would have seen me finding the vest, and then you would have seen me listing the vest. How it happened in the same day. But pretty cool, pretty fun. Love it. I mean, my computer wants to restart, and I can't turn this off. Okay, here we go. But like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys later. Have a good day.